Welcome to another edition of Transitapparent Tuesday. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the next installment of Transitapparent Tuesday. I know I talked about it in my last video that I'm going to be participating in the RPM challenge. Again, that's coming up. Starts this weekend. So, I've been using my trusty acoustic for the past few years. But for Christmas, I got a brand new electric guitar with a brand new amp. So, it's rekindled my love of the electric guitar, and I'm going to try and go all electric on this one. I might throw an acoustic track or two on it, but I definitely think it's going to be electric this time around. So, for that, I went out and I bought three new sets of the Super Slinkies. I've been using the Super Slinkies for years. They're probably my favorite guitar string for the electrics. They've never done me wrong. The first guitar on the list that needs new strings is the old Hammer Slammer. If you look real close, right there, it's got a Duncan Invader, which is a really powerful amp. A lot of metal users use it. I don't know if I'm going a metal route, but I'm definitely going to try and do some strong guitars. Number 2 is an original 82, 83 time frame Squier Bullet. It's got the Telecaster neck on a Strat body. It's all original. It's got the original tremolo bridge, which is all kinds of rusted. Single coil pickups with the covers. 5-way selector switch. It's a little bit beat up, but it's a good player. Number 3 on the list to get new strings is the old Epiphone Les Paul Jr. It's a good guitar. I bought this thing brand new and I don't know, at least 10, maybe 15 years ago. You can see it's all dirty. It's set and it was taken apart for a little while. Wound up sitting in the backyard. But also a good player. I do want to replace this pickup and put a P90 in it because this is just the stock Epiphone. I think it's maybe like a 57 reissue. It's a good pickup, but I want to go for that P90 sound. There's no markings on this guitar, and you can see it's really beat up. This is a 60s Teisco. It needs a bridge. The tailpiece is kind of beat up, if you look down in there. I bought a new one on Amazon, but it hasn't showed up yet. So, if it does show up soon, I'm going to put a set of strings on this one. It needs some electronic work on the inside. And if I have a chance to use it this time around, I will. This one, it says first act on the headstock, but it's not a first act at all. It's got new sealed tuners on the back. It's got a brand new nut. It's all strung up and set up. You come down here, I got 3 custom overwound single coils that are really hot. It's got a brand new trem bridge, brand new input. I have completely redone this. Even the pots have been replaced. There is nothing first act about this guitar except the fact that it's still got the first act body and neck. This is a good guitar. This is a lot of fun to play. The Yamaha Pacifica. This is the guitar that I got for Christmas. It's strung up and set up. It's got the stock humbucker, 2 single coils, trem bridge. it has really, from the time that I got it till now, has really rekindled my love for the electric guitar. I kind of got away from it a little bit, like I said, and played my acoustic, but I'm coming back. Right here we got the Fender Mustang 1, just a little practice amp. I think it's 15 watts, 8-inch speaker, but it's got lots of little toys in it. All that right there. Modeling, digital modeling. I can hook it up to the laptop and download new sounds and everything else. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And then we come over here. We've got the old Randall. This thing I've had for years. It's a trusty guy. It's been a lot of fun to use. Right now I got it hooked up to my record player because I don't have one of them big old 80s setups. But I'll play through this, and then my PA, which was my primary acoustic setup, because all I need is a microphone and a acoustic guitar, and I could go right through this. Last but not least, let's go ahead and open up the old effects pedal suitcase. This used to be had a lot more in it, but I sold off some of my stuff just over the years just because I never used it because I was playing all acoustic. But we got the RP255, which you can see has all kinds of gadgets and toys and, you know, wah, sustain, gain, you name it. I can do pretty much anything with this one, up to including the functional foot pedal. The RP50 is what I've always used. I mean, it's got all the effects. It's not quite as set up as the 255, but I've always used this for my my backing drums on all my tracks. So if you've ever listened to one of my songs and they've got drums on it, it came from one of these presets. The Arion Tubulator. From everything that I've read about this thing, it's got the exact same insides as the old famous Ibanez Tube Screamer. So, I like to use this, and it was a lot cheaper. We've got the old stereo phaser, which, if you play guitar, you know what a phaser does. And then this one doesn't have the cover anymore, but this is the stereo chorus made by Arion. It is not the same one made famous in the 80s. That was the SCH-1. This is the -Z, which was redone on the inside, but it still gives some lush chorus sounds. So, between the old amp modeling and all of this right here, should be a good month. So there you have it, folks. RPM 2019, that's my setup. Those are all my toys. I don't know how I'm going to use each one, whether one's going to be strictly rhythm, one's going to play some lead, or if I just switch off and do one guitar per song. I don't know. But I'm sure you noticed it, because I noticed it now, that my hammer needs a new nut. So I'm going to run to the store today maybe and get a new nut. They're only a couple of bucks and they're not hard to replace. So I got to do that before I can string it up. But they'll all be ready for next weekend. This weekend, February 1st, RPM 2019. Hopefully I can finish this year. Till next time, guys.